It was late at night. The palace was alive with music, dancing, and feasts. Courtiers laughed, dancers swayed, instruments echoed across marble halls. But in the middle of all this splendor, Prince Siddhartha sat quietly. He looked at the golden trays of food. He wasn't hungry. He heard the music. It sounded like noise, because his mind was elsewhere. There was only one question circling inside him. What is the meaning of life? If everyone must face old age, sickness, and death, then what value does all this luxury really have? Wife and child in their sleep. That night Siddhartha went into his private chambers. His wife, Yashovara, lay fast asleep. Beside her, their infant son Rahula. Siddhartha stood still for a long while. His heart grew heavy. He thought to himself, if I leave now, it will be the deepest wound to them. But if I stay, I will never find the answer. And then my whole life would be wasted. He wanted to pick up his son one last time. But then he imagined, if Rahula holds onto my finger, I will never be able to walk away. So he simply watched in silence and swallowed back his tears. The midnight ride. When the palace slept deepest, Siddhartha called for his loyal charioteer Channa and his beloved white horse, Kanthaka. Quietly, with no sound to wake anyone, he mounted and rode toward the great gate. The guards were asleep. And, as the legend says, the gods themselves put them into deeper slumber so no one would stop the prince. Under the pale moonlight, Siddhartha left the palace of Kapilavastu. The horse's hooves made no sound, as if the very earth had softened itself to let him pass. It was as if the whole universe wanted this journey to happen, leaving the world behind. By dawn, they had ridden far. At a lonely spot, Siddhartha dismounted. He turned to Channa and said, "Now go back. This is the path I must take. Tell my father I bow to him. Tell my wife and child that I left not out of abandonment, but to find the truth that may end all suffering. For them too." Channa wept. Even the horse, Kanthaka, is said to have wept. And when he returned, he refused food and water and died of grief. Siddhartha then removed his royal ornaments. He exchanged his silks for the rough robes of a wandering monk. With a blade, he cut off his long princely hair. And, just like that, the prince was gone. In his place stood a mendicant, a seeker-data prince, now a monk. There was no palace now. No throne, no attendants. Only a begging bowl, a robe, and the wide-open sky. But inside, Siddhartha felt something new. A quiet relief. A strange, vast freedom. He thought to himself, now I am free. Now I can truly search for the truth I was born to find. The real search begins. From here, the journey would stretch on for years. Siddhartha would wander forests and hermitages. He would practice harsh austerities, starve himself, meditate until his body trembled, learn from teachers, and still feel unsatisfied. But this was the necessary path. It would carry him, step by step, to the tree at Bodh Gaya, where one day he would finally awaken, and Prince Siddhartha would become the Buddha.